But here we are with the lower bracket final, Infi versus FoCuS, the rematch. Here we have the players again. Of course, you know the two. The one is a monster and the legend, online and offline. The other, maybe breaking the stigma that he carries around for so many years. We'll see. We start on AZ.
Alright, standard creep so far for Infi, not going towards the merchant, something we sometimes see as well. Proccing the lightning shield here on himself, I imagine intentional speeding this up a little bit. Already has one footy out on the opposite side of the map to see how much time the Blade Master invests into creeping. Is he going to take out the entire camp for more experience or only the item? With this being FoCuS, he's probably just going to grab up the item, and yes, that is the case. Unfortunately for him, only the ring. One borrowed tech is going to be very fast here, but the human not lacking far behind at all.
Indeed, Infi this time with a fast attack than last time. Second burrow immediately in a more safe situation. Will we see the Beastmaster tower rush here again from Infi? It worked, but it didn't work like crazy good on AZ against xiaokk, and FoCuS will be a lot stronger to defend this. Scouting again with this grunt. I think that's something that I have seen before, but not to this extent from FoCuS. And this helps him a lot with map vision and decision making.
It's pretty cool, like he's using this grunt as a bit of a bait, like kind of showing the way for the Archmage, and the Blade Master has the time to creep up this one camp here with the Berserkers and find the Slippers as well. Good drop here, as where he was unlucky before.
The grunt led Infi to this rogue, who gives him a mantle of intelligence, so
I think it's okay though. The AM is still fairly far away from level 3. Gonna get a bit more experience here from the Apprentice Wizards, but where does he go to next? The next Berserker camp would be the most predictable. Going towards the shop first. Boots of Speed probably on the shopping list. And we'll get them as well as the dust.
It's not getting stuck there again as he was against xiaokk. Texas 60% done, and more footmen coming in at Infi again with a lumber mill.
Can you finally deny the footy? Sorry to cut you off, but this has been going on, it seems like, all day. And the footy dies to the Blade Master again, and look how nicely it lines up. 200 out of 500 experience.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
This is almost level 3 for the Archmage as well. Not enough though. Grunt's seeing this. This means the Blade Master has enough time to creep this little orange spot in the upper left. And yeah, he's quite struggling to see this around. No, FoCuS is awake.
Oh, this Grunt though. You really don't want to lose it. He needs to block with the other Grunt. Is he gonna deny him into the creeps? Seriously? Couldn't you have just... And he gets it. I said, oh no.
He didn't.
That was so close.
That's really close. Blade Master can't really follow the Archmage. But this grunt loss is quite heavy, and Infi immediately calling for more footmen. Tier 2 is finished, Lumber Mill is there, at Mountain King second.
Yeah, I feel like that's what the top humans play more so on this map against the top orcs. Against xiaokk, he was able... Oh my god, look at this. The Water Elemental was baiting the grunts into the back. He can't quite get the big surround. Who got the last hit? Was it the Archmage? Yes, it was the Archmage. Or the footies, rather, for the AMs. Level 3, and this is an easy cancel on the Lodge. What about the Bestiary? If you can get both of these, this is crippling mid-game damage.
It's not blocking the Water Elemental there, but it's quite hurt, so the Blade Master can take care of it. But this opens up the map for Infi a lot and buys some time for the Mountain King and the double Arcane Sanctums to come up. The Orc Tier 2, man, their Achilles heel. He's dropping another Water Elemental in, and again the Spirit Lodge will be cancelled, but the Archmage is trapped there. Might be forced into a Town Portal, but the second cancellation, absolutely worth it. The Shadow Hunter maybe a little too late dropping out there, and yeah, there's not going to be Spirit Link, there's not going to be Dispel anytime soon. And he's preparing for this already with a War Mill.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright. And now with the MK, he's going to be able to creep up his Merchant, which he did not take earlier, like, for example, perhaps Romantic might do early on. Blade Master now is going to continue creeping with his Shadow Hunter, of course, with only 2 grunts remaining from the early game and no Raiders yet. It doesn't seem like the Orc really has a good opportunity to look for some damage. Finding the replenishment. Decent, I guess.
Of course, now equipped with boots, as it always is the case, for more reach when it comes to Stormbolt. Shadow Hunter slightly lacking in levels, but after the Sasquatch it will be done.
Usually the orcs prioritize leveling the SH heavily, even if it means the Blade Master not getting to level 3, but this time FoCuS is not going to do this. Maybe part of the reason is that loss of the Grunt, of course, with that not being part of the creeping force, would slow everything down significantly. But the MK, speaking of creeping, is making good progress here, also creeping along with his Archmage, which is pretty weird, I would say. Level 3 AM so important. He has level 2 now, and the AM is moving across towards the top left. One of the footies was scouting, gets hexed, gets found, and gets killed easily. Also, Wands of Illusion for the orc in the middle is gonna see what's happening for the human player.
Yeah, but this footman, I mean, he died now, but he sacrificed his life for a lot of intelligence, because I think FoCuS wanted to just snipe the Renegade with it, which is absolutely not possible if the opponent knows what you do. And, I mean, just imagine a Stormbolt on the Shadowhunter there, surrounded with a few footmen, boom. There's definitely no Town Portal on FoCuS, so that could have been the end. Finally a Walker. Finally a Walker.
There's a Sentry Ward deployed here, so he's gonna see the Blade Master coming in Windwalk, but he's actually just running in normally. There are Militia already coming. Infi was expecting perhaps a Creep Jack here, Scourge Bone Chimes for the human, which is okay at the moment, I guess. And FoCuS looking to be pretty ballsy here. His army isn't too big, but he's gonna get the first Sorceress kill, and he is not slowed at all at the moment. Backed up against the Mercenary camp is the human level 3 for the Blade Master, has been reached here just a moment ago. The first and only Raider dies though to the Stormbolt. The MK is looking for more damage. Sorceress is coming from the side. The SH in a dangerous position. And using the speed scroll now, is he going to use it to get out, or does he want to find some kills? Going for the Berserker, and that should be a kill for him. Blade Master controlled though with the Stormbolt still. The Berserker will go down, and now FoCuS decides to run away, but now speed scroll over, and quite a few of these units are slowed.
Yeah, man, this is not looking too good, but he makes it work as Infi decides to kill the Enforcers for more experience. Did the Shadowhunter get it? I mean, the Walker?
I'm not sure. May have. Yeah, these Sorks are super low on mana. We only have like 1, 2, maybe 3 slows in this army. Scary. He needs more Militia here, I think. And yeah, more coming from the main 4, along with one of the Breakers.
One Stormbolt versus 2 heal waves and another heal scroll for FoCuS. Use that time to go to the shop. And yeah, the Militia, will it cost him all the lumber? I don't know, man, that's not too much. But the Kodo Beast is there. The Kodo Beast is super safe, as it seems. Bash coming onto the Blade Master, but immediately cancelled or countered. But the heal wave is on cooldown now, taking way more damage than he's supposed to be. Nice solution for Infi to just go for the Blade Master with everything he has.
Yeah, that was nice. He stole the Spirit Link with the Breaker, then went for the Focus Fire. So there was a lot of damage coming towards the Master of Blades. But he's healing up here with a Salve now. SH is pretty damn close to level 3. The MK, only level 2 himself. They might meet again in the middle of the map. The Blade Master's not here. He's bringing new items from his shop.
Again, one Stormbolt, no Water Elemental. Mana situation not great for Infi. FoCuS on the other side. Has 2 heal waves again. And the Scroll. But more Breakers coming in. They will be very, very helpful.
Militia support now has shrunk to only 3. So that's also something to keep in mind. SH now is going to play it safe. Not going to go for the gold mine to get level 3, but only take the Murlocs. But that's not quite enough. He's going to have to take out the Rogues at the lab as well. Blade Master gets found. Stormbolt, slow. Oh my god, with the Bash coming in. Is he actually going to lose his first hero here? This would be disastrous, but no.
Raiders to the rescue. Can't fight against these snares, but one of them is on cooldown now. This is like Braveheart. They're waiting for the war cry to run into each other. Or maybe they need more preparation. It's also possible.
I'm kind of surprised that FoCuS isn't taking out the Rogue next to his lab. That would be his level 3 for the SH. Maybe he thinks he's going to give up too much space. Maybe give up his own gold mine to his opponent. This footy caught way out on his own. Seems to be an easy pickup. Yes, indeed.
Used 2 ensnares for it. Bought some time for the Invo Potion though, the Mountain King. And that means he has 7 seconds on 1 hero at least to get rid of that hero focus. Nothing on the Archmage though. Clarity on the Shadowhunter is going to be incredibly important. And the Shadowhunter is absolutely... the Archmage is the weakest link in this army. No TP, no Invul, no heal potion, nothing.
There's a depth on the Sorceresses for invisibility. We may see that coming into play. And here we go, once again, militia support, only 2 now. One shot, by the way, coming up in the north, but that's not where the action is taking place, as here we go. Koda's moving forward, one breaker has been eaten, he would like to get another one with the next code, and he gets it as well with the end snare. This can't be microed against. Double disenchant on both the water elements, they're almost gone, and the MK is in trouble. Invul Potion popped on him, but he cannot reposition. I guess he can now. Blade Master in the front lines, getting focused, but with only level 1 Stormbolt, this isn't too scary. Invis to get away, but he uses the Dust of Appearance, but he's too far away now in the back. It seems to be really in too much danger, showing himself once again in the front lines. The Breakers, it seemed like he had established a good front line, but 2 more will be falling here, and with the other 2 in the stomach, we're gonna have only 2 left here for the human, as he has to go back further and further, kite towards his main.
Wow, man, FoCuS with a really strong fight. Another heal wave is ready, and the scroll is still there. The Mountain King has to be careful. There's no Stormbolt as an exit of a dangerous situation. Next breaker falls. It was the 5th last one. He can't establish a break line because he constantly has to kite back because the Mountain King is constantly in danger. Another long range end snare there. Blade Master's getting up to level 4, which will be only Windwalk level 2 though, swapping the focus to the Mountain King. And he's gonna get them. Some way he's gonna get them if FoCuS plays this consistently and carefully.
And now the Foresight with the Voodoo Lounge. It has finished. He's at the shop, and now double mana potion on the SH and the Clarity. So much more healing coming in. And Infi against the ropes here on map number 1. And it is GG already. And FoCuS continues with his good performance today.
That was... Again, man, he has Infi's number as it seems. This was the perfect fight at a perfect time. And a perfect execution as well, man. He saw, like, I thought the Archmage would be the target there, but no, he just took out the units and made it work. Like, really good decision making there.
And once again, we could see how underwhelming a level 2 MK can be. And I have to question, like, he crept quite a bit in the early mid-game stages along with his Archmage. If he had solo crept the MK, perhaps he would have been able to get to that level 3 more easily.
Hard to say, man.
But yeah, in that late game at the very least, with 60 versus 60 supply, a level 2 Mountain King doesn't cut it anymore.
No, that's true. And the one heal scroll, that was so good to have that.
Yeah.
And but the shop, FoCuS and shops and buildings in general today is really impressive. Especially on Last Refuge, I fell in love with the shop and the burrow there on the cliff.
The burrow was really cool, yeah.
Again, after Infi's defeat, we go into Twisted Meadows to make up for it. Last time it was close, but Infi, after a long game with a lot of pressure, finally punched FoCuS into the dirt and made it on to game 3. Yeah. Will he have the solution now?
It didn't sound like FoCuS has a solution at all against this.
Against TM, yeah.
Against TM. You can't keep the level 3 AM from happening. And then there's going to be Beastmaster, a whole bunch of footies, and an Archmage with level 2 water elementals in your base.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he was getting up the Watchtower early, which got cancelled, which he couldn't remake, is what he told us, because he needed the lumber for tier 2 stuff. So maybe he could try to get that tower up more defensively or something. But then again, it may be Infi who is looking towards cancelling that tower. That is, though, going into the very nitty little specifics of this matchup. But I think a tower could help, because there shouldn't be defense available yet on that tier 2 push, I think.
No. It's way too fast.
Both players are ready. We're going to load up into the next one in a moment here. Of course, the Rune Braces were very unfortunate for FoCuS.
Well, it's a double-edged sword. Like, the starting position was really lucky for FoCuS, but then the item, not that great. So, 50-50 thing, I guess. We show you the players maybe for the last time today, as we could conclude Group B. One of those players will be in the playoffs alongside Fly, Check, and Law Lyot. There we see the players again. This is Infi. And I think we're going to see FoCuS too. There he is. He could go to a hairdresser, I think. Long hair he got since we saw him the last time. But that's all not important here today. Not yet. at least.
All right, we have same starting positions, but we have swapped between the two players. We're on the left again, but this time the orc in the bottom, human at the top. And we know that the rock golem creep trick for orc is possible everywhere, but it's definitely the easiest at the top. I wonder if he's going to try to do it again here. So far it doesn't look like it, like he's going to trap the rock golem anywhere. So I think he's going to move out into the middle of the map, perhaps go for the knolls. So he's not going to go for that big jumpstart item from the level 6 creep. Going to be a little more conservative here in the early game. One borrowed tech though is going to be on the agenda once again. Human is going to severely delay his tech, but when he is finally level 2, he's going to be hitting like a truck.
The vice champion of the world is one map away from being eliminated in the group stage. Unthinkable, because it was not only the performance at last GCS that made him quite famous recently, but also the performance in NSL and other tournaments. He was the dominating human in the past, 3-4 months. And now, this happens.
And there is a peon scout going on. Wow. With the one borrowed, is he going to play 2 borrowed tech here? It has to be, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, there it is. 2 borrowed tech. Whoa.
Okay.
We 2014, boys.
A player's force
And he was gambling on the close position, which would have been rewarded last time, but this time it's the other way around. It's not going to quite work out that way. But when the Beastmaster hits with the 2 borrowed tech, you're going to have had more time for grunt production, so you're going to have more grunts ready to deal with all those summons. That might already be helpful.
Speaking of helpful, Illyria's Food of Accuracy is 10% on an Archmage, it's 10% on all the Water Elementals, and 10% on everything that he will build in the later stages. Breakers, casters, summons, everything.
Yeah. And most likely, it's going to be Quill Beasts coming in soon as well. And the Blade Master's on the lookout for the AM, and he is the most unfortunate because he has scouted 2 positions, hasn't found him yet. May have seen him here a moment ago. And he's going to try to limit the Archmage's creeping, but there's so many little green camps, it's almost impossible to keep him from level 3.
Yeah, he will play the evasion creeping game now, trying to get as far away from the Blade Master as absolutely possible. The 2 grunts are, of course, trying to find him. Maybe that's one reason for the 2 grunts, so you can spread out in more directions.
Ah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Because we oftentimes see the militia simultaneous creep towards the knolls as well. And with 1 grunt parked there, it's a lot harder.
Footman finds the Blade Master. An uneven fight. The grunt finds the Archmage here. Also, this is not the best trades for FoCuS.
Has to micro that grunt away on 200 HP. Is it worth chasing that for the AM? Would take a long time. This size is not worth it. Blade Master gets one of the footies killed. That's his first bit of experience here. Now at 40, but god damn, dude, he's gonna be trailing so far behind in XP.
T2 has started for Infi and FoCuS far ahead, like half a tech.
Yeah, he went for the shot after the tech, so he saved a little bit of lumber there. Still doesn't have the heal salves. He's walking towards the AM now. Oh, he knows that the AM is low HP, actually. If he goes for boost of speed, he may be able to force a teleport out of the Archmage. Is he gonna get them? Yes, he is.
A player's forces are under attack.
The grunt is suffering, though.
He's baiting
is he
it.
denying it again?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah. Wow. And here is the Windwalk. Oh, actually, he misses the backstab. For once, the timing was not enough. And is the damage all right now? I mean, he does have boots. He does have another Windwalk.
That's a TP, yeah. It's not. You can't do anything about this.
Okay.
Militia on the other side of the map are gonna get found by the grunt.
One militia dies here, actually, to the creeps.
A player's
Blade Master is, of course, way too far away to make anything work, but maybe the grunts can.
It's still only 40 XP for this blade, dude. AM is level 3. But with no HP, a lot less scary, of course. You can still summon like water elementals from far away. Oh my god,
there's no shop. He can't heal. And look, the Blade Master, he seems to have... He seems to know it.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're...
Inches away! Inches away! Inches away!
Yeah, there we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Infi Loses his first hero here. There is no
maybe Telestaff.
way.
Maybe
Telestaff
Boots.
is not enough time. He needs a block from the Water Elemental. There's no Windwalk anymore. There's maybe Invis Potion isn't ready. No, it's not. It's okay. This is gonna be fun now. He wakes up the creeps.
But he gets attacked himself. The Water Elemental takes the aggro. Oh my god.
6 play. It's only 7 mana, 5 mana until Windwalk.
Oh damn. He has to find him here. He has to
Water
kill him here.
Elemental again, but
the
the block is buying some time. But now he can pass through. Telestaff, but here comes the backstab, and he executes him, cuts his head off, and that's level 2 for the Blade Master, and so much time. This is Infi's timing thrown out the window. He would love to push now with the Beastmaster, Archmage, and his builder, his footman, but he can't. It's 90 minutes bench, or even, I think even more.
And the Blade Master needed that surge of experience. He was so low, but with that hero kill, boom! Suddenly level 2. Suddenly everything's looking fine for him. He has quite a bit of time now, actually.
It was the Archmage chase on Last Refuge that started this series, and maybe it's the Archmage chase on Twisted Memories that will end this series.
May very well be. Beastmaster once again is the choice. Creeping up a little bit here. I mean, what is he supposed to do without the AM? He can't pressure. And it is FoCuS now. Taking up another Null Overseer. Only the ring again. A lot of rings for FoCuS here today, it seems. But also decent experience going towards the human. But we always say Beastmaster, it's an okay hero and all. But in the late game, when it's like level 3, level 4 heroes against each other, no longer the most amazing.
End of mana stealing for the Beastmaster, Hawk for scouting, but FoCuS can be so happy with this. He bought himself so much time. This is guaranteed level 2 on the Shadow Hunter. This is almost level 3 for the Blade Master. This is almost every time an amazing item.
Oh, alright. He can forgive the ring now. So much sustain. Tome of Agility +2 as well. Blade Master getting closer to level 3. Archmage is still stuck in the altar, by the way.
Casters are coming, and the shop is coming only now, but it's only priests. They don't do too much. You need them, but they don't have a big impact on the army, or the opponent's army, as Slow would have. Adept upgrade for the Walkers are coming, as well as Raiders.
He's gonna get the next one. The next big Warlord. The next possibly great item. Quel'Thala's boots, so we mask. There's a lot of great stuff to be picked up here. Infi's Archmage is finally back, and he's gonna continue creeping at his Merc camp. He's scouting with a Hawk at the same time.
Sells the flute immediately, gets the hero scroll for it. Absolutely the right choice. You don't really need the damage from Walkers and Shadow Hunter. They are supporting that. Everything is hurt for him. Scroll of the Beast. Not too much damage there to be buffed.
A player's
Blade Master, man, he's in
under
creep
attack.
mode right now. Typical FoCuS playstyle. Dragging out the Ogre Magi. Gonna get another big item here. Gonna get level 3 for the SH as well. I love the Peon Scout towards the left of the map, trying to see if there's an expansion perhaps, or just the human attacking.
Lady Luck missed somebody, and now she's back. Claws of attack +9. And this is +13 damage now, plus good sustain. Leaves the tome on the ground, doesn't want to waste damage as he sees there's creeping going on. Only the green spot. This is not the most efficient way, but of course he wanted level 3 for the Beastmaster to have the Quill Beast. And this, for the first time, FoCuS is the aggressor.
He has to go back, of course, has to react. He can't expose his base here. These raiders will tear down these farms way too easy. The shop is already gone. Speed scroll, easy escape.
Got a staff for that. There's a Invo potion. That's it.
And we have ivories, by the way.
Yeah, we have ivories. Infi. What can you do?
A player's forces are under
I mean,
attack.
oh, Kodo Beast is coming. But okay, the Kodo Beast is not there, so the damage is not too high, but boom, there it is.
And perhaps another claws here. Ring of protection again. Okay, not quite. But he can't complain this game about the items. Spirit Potion, certainly very nice. By the way, there is a TP on the Orc side. If he wants to get out of this, very unusual to see a TP so late into the game, or in general at all on the Orc. Lots of summons, lots of disenchants again, but once again, nice splitting by Infi. But they are disappearing. The Water Elemental is already gone. Water Fan is getting used on the Beastmaster. We're gonna have more Quill Beasts. Where's the Archmage actually? Towards the right, there he is. The fight is still going on. So far we have seen very few losses. Some footies are starting to fall here. And he's forcing the fight away from his main, TPing home now. Is he going to lose this one Raider on the way? Barely.
One Raider died, he got a Priest for that. The second one survives, so I think he can be alright with it. But that opens up the map for Infi, especially the right part, since FoCuS is so far away. Could use a speed scroll, but I think even then he wouldn't be fast enough. Just licking his wounds, and that should be it. Again, the double mana potion. Is he actually creep checking? No, he does have a speed scroll, but only one. Maybe he's going to the bottom right to get his red spot.
So great.
Oh, darkness, by the way. Knights of that he absolutely doesn't want. In this Hawk, I like that. Very fast. Lots of intelligence. Lots of, info on his opponent.
And FoCuS seems to be a bit decisive here. Moving out, moving back. Yeah. He saw, of course, the ivories in the inventory, so perhaps he's expecting another push to be coming his way. So now he's going to creep close to his main to make sure he doesn't expose his base too much. It's going to be level 4 for his blade. And even level 4 for SH, I think. And perhaps another big item from the Rock Golem.
More agility. Rune Braces will be one for the shop, but the tome, it's the second +2 tome, so it's actually +22 damage that's actually here. Just not displayed from World of Warcraft. Level 4 Archmage though, and close to level 4 Beastmaster. This will be level 4. No, actually not. Even more summons with this Orb of Darkness, and they're actually not that bad against Raiders. Archmage level 4 for more mana. Here's level 4. Level 2 Hawk did a great job against Walkers and the Kodo prior to that. FoCuS again. He wants this shop. He's gonna get that shop.
Alright, so we know where he wants to take the fight. The Arcane Vault there is the easiest pick-off ever, but he's gonna go for the farm first. That's gonna be opening up the way towards the Peasants. And then the Blade Master can have some fun, perhaps. With no Stormbolt to be worrying about. Defensive TP into the back of the base. For the human. Can't get out at the moment, but the Orc may open the way for him. The Thunderhawk gets ensnared and taken out pretty quickly. And that shop would make sense. As next on the list, and yes indeed.
Doesn't have pillage again. And he was blocked there, so he has to kill his farm, and Infi is supply stuck. And is lower on food than his opponent. Odds are stacked against the White World Champion. Silver medal out the window after this or not. He has to win this map or he's out.
Alright, one Kodo Beast moving forward, only eating the Quill Beast here actually. The SH man, he has so much mana. 12 speed being used, trying to reposition the Kodo. He can't lose it. That is so much damage for him. Water Elementals, Quill Beasts everywhere. This Orc army seems to be all over the place. Beastmaster, though, in the front lines, tanking the FoCuS fire, and he didn't think about this one, trying to pass something to him. The invul, but he can't. He's totally stuck, totally surrounded. He's trying desperately to pass it, but he can't. Second hero down, and the AM. Where are you standing, my friend? In the middle of nowhere. He doesn't try to capitalize, doesn't try to go for the next hero kill, or does he?
He was blocking with the Walkers, and it's GG! And Infi is out, and we have FoCuS winning this. Unbelievable. 2-0 this time.
Infi, the king of the humans. This was not his tournament. Perhaps underperforming a little, but we don't want to take anything away from FoCuS. This was absolutely amazingly played by this guy from Korea. And finally he makes it. Finally he breaks the curse. And he performs the way he know him to be able to offline. Very well played.
What a disaster for this guy. He was called Kingfi. Dethroned he is. King FoCuS now. Well, not the king. He lost to Law-Liat, but absolutely surprising to see both Koreans out. I mean, everybody was speculating one of the two Koreans will be eliminated. Who's it gonna be? Law-Liat or FoCuS? And now we have 3 Koreans in the quarterfinal. Only 1 Chinese. Unbelievable. Chinese press doing some photos here. Unbelievable. The renaissance of Korean Warcraft right here in Shanghai. And I wanted to look this up. This is the first, it's actually the second playoffs for FoCuS at GCS. He was there in the first edition. And afterwards he was 2 times in the lower bracket final. Both times he lost to a human. And now finally he could break the curse. I'm gonna try to get him in here to have some words.
He must be feeling very happy about this. All right. We're gonna have a word here with the winner. I was trying to sweat for him, honestly. When he played so well, made it to the winner's final against Law Lyot, and despite playing so well, still lost. But he showed that against Infi it was not a fluke, he could repeat his success. And that is one human out of the tournament. We're left with only 2. And 2 orcs and 2 night elves already through. And that was, by the way, our last series of the day. But if you want to hear what FoCuS has to say about his win here, he's going to be with us in a moment. That was a cool day of Warcraft. I think today had a lot. The matches were quite a bit higher quality than yesterday, where I felt, honestly, some of them were fairly disappointing. Of course, Shao KK, let's be honest, was outclassed today, but Infi, FoCuS and Law Lyot, especially the games between FoCuS and Law Lyot, were like so tense, so high level, extremely enjoyable Warcraft. And for tomorrow, we're going to have the Group of Death for you guys. Group C is happening tomorrow, and that has our boy Foggy from the Ukraine. Gonna be facing up against WFZ, and in addition to that, we're gonna have Moon versus TH. Only 2 out of those 4 players can make it. And honestly, all 4, maybe TH not so much, but the other 3 have been looking so good recently. And there he is, man of the hour. FoCuS, please. Tell us, are you feeling relieved after that win?
Feeling what?
Feeling relieved. Do you feel relaxed now? A weight off your shoulders?
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Well,
actually, I'm now pretty upset.
Upset?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I lost to Law Lyot.
So are you worried about the seeding then?
No.
No.
Just very bad because I lost to F.
Those games were very close. You could have won that game with just, I don't know, some things going differently. But yeah, that was also a very enjoyable series. But against Infi, it was 2-1 before. Now it was 2-0. You found an answer against the Twisted Meadows play, and that was kill the Archmage, right?
Yeah.
Get him low with the grunts, and then the Blade Master, he was like, you sacrificed leveling on the Blade Master so much, he was level 1 for such a long time, but you get the boots of speed, you chase him, and then he was trying to hide with the Archmage, but you weren't giving up, you were looking for him, running after him.
Yeah.
You think if you don't get the Archmage kill there, you're in big trouble?
Yes, but I was sure I can kill Archmage because at the first time I have chance to kill the Archmage, but I little mistake micro my Blade Master, and I lost Archmage, but my Shadow Hunter is almost coming, so I was sure I can kill Archmage.
Okay, and yeah, we were kind of amazed, well, that's not the right word, but we were expecting a bit of a stronger Infi. It seemed like Infi was not playing as impressively as everyone was expecting him to. How do you feel? Do you think Infi was maybe a little weaker today than normally?
I don't know. I really don't know. But I was prepared against Infi, and he exactly play same by Imagine. So that's why I can win today.
Okay, played pretty predictably. All right, and now you can relax for a couple of days. Your next game is only going to be on Saturday.
Yeah.
So, I think you have earned some relaxation, or maybe to treat yourself a little. Are you going to reward yourself with something? Or is it just going to be practice until Saturday?
Maybe today I will going to drink some alcohol.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're going to have some beers.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
And another day I will practice. Yeah.
All right, still enough practice time, I suppose.
One more question.
Yeah.
Last time at GCS, 0 Koreans in the quarterfinal, and now 3 already. What changed?
They practice hard. Yeah.
Okay, good. So with Lin and Moon, you're gonna be 5 Koreans?
Yes, I think Lin and Moon also will pass group stage. Yeah.
All right, so I guess if we want to look towards tomorrow, Group C has been called the Group of Death before, and a lot of people have been doing a lot of predictions. What are your predictions? You say Moon is going to make it through?
Yeah, I think Moon and 000 will pass group stage.
Not Foggy?
I think Foggy can be also can pass, but I saw recently game 3-0 and Moon is really strong, so
yeah.
I think
in NSL especially, Moon has been looking damn strong.
yes.
All right, FoCuS, thank you very much. Congratulations again to your win, to the playoffs, and I hope there you're going to be doing more wins, and maybe we're going to be seeing you more here on stream. And of course, enjoy your day off. And well, we're going to enjoy it later today together. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.